G'day everyone, Daz here. Welcome to Daz Talks Footy. I'm Daz, I talk footy. That's why it's the title of the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. I'm so close to the 300 mark that I set before the end of the year. If you haven't subscribed already, it would mean a lot. And if you like the video, please do so. It helps with the algorithms. It's why a lot of YouTubers ask you to like their video so more people can see it and the community can keep growing and growing and growing. And if you have already subscribed, I love you forever. Thank you so much. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to the round 1 fixture drop that occurred earlier today. I did try to get this video up a bit earlier, but I had some mic problems, so here we are. Fingers crossed the audio does sound fantastic though. I'm sure if it doesn't, you guys will let me know. I don't mind the Wednesday start. I know there's a few people out there that are a bit antsy about it. I honestly don't. I like it. It does keep that tradition of Richmond Carlton on Thursday alive. Also makes it not the first game of the season. And finally, the AFL is 20 years behind on this, but having the grand final rematch for the first game of the year makes all the sense in the world. Home ground, home fans, let the members in. It should be happening every year. I don't care if, say, Brisbane or Port win the flag next year. Round 1, game 1, Gabba, Adelaide Oval, let the opponent travel, unfurl the flag in front of the fans. The psychological game is probably even better than the football one, especially in the pre-game. It'd be fantastic. So a huge tick to the AFL for finally getting on board. I think they've done a great job, and I honestly don't mind the Richmond Carlton Thursday. It is what it is, and if we can learn to accept it with the grand final rematch on first, then it's fine. It's not really a problem. What does confuse me, now if the AFL have done this because they don't want 3 games at the MCG in a row, because of the ground, that's absolutely fine. My question is, why couldn't you have put the Geelong and Essendon game, originally the 2 o'clock game on Saturday, why not put that at the Friday night at Marvel Stadium? This is no disrespect to Geelong and Essendon fans when I say this, but I think you guys are going to make more noise under the roof at Etihad with 45,000 of you than you would spread out at the MCG. Now, I'll be proven wrong if there's 50 plus thousand at the G, and I'll happily eat that humble pie. But there is something about the electricity of especially Essendon fans at Marvel that would rip the roof off that joint. And I think it would be a better spectacle than St Kilda and Collingwood. St Kilda were one of 2 of the biggest disappointments of the season last year, and Collingwood were just crap. It's that simple. It didn't really make that much sense to be on a Friday night, but knowing that now, having said that, the St Kilda-Collingwood game will come down to a kick, and Geelong and Essendon might be a blowout either way. So who knows? I've probably set that in motion, but as it sits right now, I'm not really a fan of the St Kilda-Collingwood game being on the Friday night, but again, it is what it is. Gonna knock 2 things on the head straight away. GWS Sydney, the Battle of the Bridge, should be on free-to-air. It's that simple. Now, Brisbane and Port is a very worthy free-to-air game, but it's not as good as the Battle of the Bridge. The Battle of the Bridge was a 1-point spectacle in a final last year. It is an in-state rivalry game. Why is it not on free-to-air? Anyone in the AFL can please let me know, because I don't have a clue, and it's not good enough. It needs to be on free-to-air. And if the Battle of the Bridge is going to be there, why can't we have the Derby on in round 1, first of all? And second of all, it needs to be on free-to-air as well. Have both of them. And especially those 2. The Showdown, Adelaide aren't that great. The Q Clash at the moment, Gold Coast aren't that great. The Derby especially, and the Battle of the Bridge, of course, are both going to be outstanding games in round 1. GWS and Sydney I've already spoken about, but Freo, in my opinion, nailed their draft and are an up-and-coming team. We need to know ASAP if West Coast are falling off the cliff or if they're having one last chance at a flag. We need to know, and them 2 playing each other gives a better opportunity than playing Adelaide and Gold Coast. 2 poor teams, and while we're at it, the Adelaide and Gold Coast game could have been at the graveyard shift of 4:40, and no one really would have minded. The only people that would watch Adelaide and Gold Coast in round 1 are Adelaide fans, Gold Coast fans, and nutcases like me who like watching as much footy as possible. I don't understand why Freo West Coast aren't playing round 1. I also don't understand why it's not on free-to-air. I'm going to try and get a petition going to get all 4, the Showdown, the Q Clash, the Battle of the Bridge, and the Derby, all on free-to-air. It should be happening, and the fact it's not is one of the biggest fixturing travesties, I think, ever. And last but not least, I like to keep sort of Hawthorn till last because I don't want to make it seem like I'm talking a lot. I've seen a few Hawthorn fans on Twitter get upset at the lack of family-friendly time slot for a round 1 game, thinking that there's an AFL conspiracy against them. Now, if you're a Hawthorn fan and you're thinking it doesn't bother me the time slot, then that sentence isn't about you. But Hawthorn weren't that good last year and North were worse. Where else were they going to play, barring 110 on a Sunday? I'll tell you where. 440 on a Sunday, and that was clearly going to be an interstate game for round one. It usually is. So I feel like there shouldn't be any complaining from Hawks fans here. If for the first month, 6 weeks, they go on a good run, the Hawks, with the floating fixture, will probably get better primetime games. But you can only go off the last 12 months, not the last 8 years. Hawthorn North, 110 on a Sunday, is actually the perfect time slot for that game. So that's it, guys. A nice, short, sharp, and succinct reaction to the round 1 fixture. Do you think your team will get off to a 1-0 start? Do you agree or disagree with anything that I've said? Comment below, let me know. I am going to get a lot better at answering comments. Work has been insanely busy the last couple of weeks, and I really do want to interact with you guys. So if you comment below, I promise I will get back to you. I go on break from work in a couple of weeks, and in then I'm going to try and get a little series of videos going, and I'm working on the first one at the moment. So if that does well, there's something awesome to look forward to. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Click those bell notifications, because there are going to be plenty of things coming in December and January. Just because the AFL is dying down, we are ramping up here at Daz Talks Footy. Love you all. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.